Hi guys,
Hi, Osanna.
my name is Osanna and I am from the dry cleaning, and we have been in the business in 35 years, and we use green earth only, which means no chlorine, I have to read it, no petrochemicals, which means the white stays white, no odor and no shrinking. I mean, it just appears. Just this is a chemical that we use. This is the water that I have, so you can see the difference. There is no difference between. So there is no stain. When you put your whites in there, it's gonna come out just like that. When after we cleaning, so this is the one your dirty clothes comes out. Then after dries out, it comes like that. It goes to the soil. So there is no environmental safely at all. And I also do the tailoring, and I learned from the tailoring from my mom and my sister. When we were growing up, my mom used to say, if you want your clothes, you need to help us out. So you have to sew it. So we always sit down and we do it together. And so is my sister too. I really want to take a chance right now that I want to talk about my family and the growing up and everything. I'm the sibling of the four. I'm the youngest. I was the baby of my father. Especially today is a very special day for me. 41 years ago today, my father and my uncle got in the car accident and passed away. Because we were Armenian, we were Christian, there's a lot of things that we can do, we cannot do. We weren't even allowed to grieve to our father. They were in an accident and they left him in the sea for hours. My uncle gained the unconsciousness and tried to get help, and somebody helped him and they took him to the hospital. When we arrived to hospital, my father was already gone. And they said, you're just fine, they said to my uncle. And 40 days later, he passed away too. And this is the way, we could never speak our language. We went to the Armenian school, Christian school. We learned Armenian, but when we go out, we were never allowed to speak Armenian because we were scared that something gonna happen to us. So when we get married, we said, we have to go. We have to have our freedom. We do whatever. It doesn't, money is not important. Whatever we could do. So we came. We started dry cleaning business, my husband and I said, I'm gonna do the tailoring, don't worry about it, we could do this one to us. And thank God I had such a great relationship with my customers. They were like a family to me. They helped us out tremendously. When I was pregnant, I went to hospital and to check up, and I called from there and I said, Misak, they said that I'm gonna have a C-section. And he goes, okay, hon, you have your C-section, I'll be there. So, 12 o'clock, my baby born. And 6:30, my husband closed the shop and came to see the baby. And one of my customers goes, why didn't she go? He goes, well, I was scared to close the door. So these are the good stories that we had. Then after I had a beautiful girl, as I said, my customers were like, follow us to us. Wherever we go, you go, we're behind you. Don't you worry about it. So they made us very successful. And I just cannot appreciate enough for them. I'm done? You can If you guys have any question, I'll be glad to answer.
I think you should make sure everybody knows about the tuxedos, because you have
Yes.
tuxedos.
Yes.
Not everybody does.
Well, my tuxedos, I charge them for $45. Reason is because I own all of them. I don't repurchase from the outside. What do you call it? It's not like sublease it from the outside. And I'm not demanding on the tuxedos because I have my dry cleaning, so I can go as low as $45. I don't mind. I don't mind the making hundreds of the dollars out of the tuxedos. I just wanted to see that when the kids comes over, I have a great story. It was the homecoming, and 3 guys walked in, and they just want to have the tuxedos, and so this is the place you guys have to come over. I went for the prom, and not only got the tuxedos, $45, even we had our lunch over here too. These are the little stories that if I see the kids happy, I'm happy. I don't mind the money. I'm not into the money. I mean, money is good, but for a certain thing, if I see them happy, if I see them to dress up very nicely the way I want it to, I'll be happy for them too. So if you guys have any weddings coming up, grooms is always free, no matter what. I always say 5 pays and the 6 free, but just say I always do it. Just because of they give their business to me, I always honor to a bride too. She deserves something too. So I gave her either dry cleaning free for the wedding gown and the box. I do that for them. Or if they need the alteration for their wedding gown, or they need to press anything, I will always provide for them too. So to me, customers is not a customers. When they walked in, they are my family. I love to be a friend with them, and I always continue with that. Thank you.
Yes. Where are you located?
I'm on Huntington Beach, Edindale, and Springdale, and the second location is at Warner and Bolsa Chica.
Where is the second?
Warner and Bolsa Chica.
That's the one that I went to. So you do alterations as well?
Yes, we do alterations. Alterations and tailoring is our main thing. I don't do custom made, but if you bring, I have another story for that too. Do I have time? Okay. The one lady walked in, she's coming from all the way from the Laguna Beach, and she went to the Fashion Island, and they recommended to me. And she came over, she said, well, my daughter is gonna get married, and she wants to wear my wedding gown, which is 1970s wedding gown, for her shower. I said, okay. So she brought the wedding gown, all the poofies and everything. Remember the 1970s? Yeah. She brought them over, all the laces and everything, and I said, okay. So I just hair part everything. I take out all that unscented stuff. So I just made it for her, the little short dress. She looked so cute. I cannot even tell how cute she is. And she said, I wish if I knew that I would wear this one as a wedding gown. Because if I wouldn't cut the length, she would have wear it. She goes, I wish so. That's another story there. Bring the material, I'll do it whatever you guys want, which is.
That's great.
Thank you.
All right.